Mikey Labriola, redshirt freshman, taking on fellow redshirt freshman Ethan Smith, the matchup here. Now, Labriola ranked 9th in the nation and Smith 18th. Ethan Smith, in his redshirt freshman season, has had some very impressive moments. I think there's a lot of optimism around this young man moving forward because he's been able to, if not outright defeat, certainly hang with some of the best in the nation.
Yeah, it's weird to say, but he's had some impressive losses.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good freshman campaign so far. 14-7 on the year, like I said, a redshirt freshman from Latrobe, Pennsylvania, just like teammate Luke Pletcher. He'll be taking on number 9, Mikey Labriola, who's 19-4, also redshirt freshman from Easton, Pennsylvania. And actually, Mikey Labriola, if you remember, was in the Dapper Dan. Actually, no, it's the Pittsburgh Classic.
Right. Now Smith wasting no time getting going. Has the ankle. Trying to finish things off here.
We might see a potentially dangerous on the knee.
Yeah, the way he's
for
got
Smith.
that. Yes, he wants to. He's done a good job of that this year. Continuing motion with the feet, which is something we saw lacking maybe a little bit earlier in this duel in a couple of situations for Ohio State.
Might be trying to go cradle or a tilt here is Labriola if he's got that locked up.
And Smith trying to limp arm to try and come up on top.
There,
little broomstick action maybe.
Yeah.
Continuing motion and Smith right back in on the leg. This is the most exciting sequence so far. Now they're going to have to watch this other side knee. Smith again, knee sliding up. And again, I want to get back to that. He's done a great job of that this year, continuing his motion in situations like this. Sometimes it's resulted in stalemate. Sometimes it's been takedowns. Other times he's been able to fend off a takedown by continuing to move in that regard. And it's really, really, I'm sure, exciting for this coaching staff to see that type of mindset from a young wrestler.
Yeah, that was a fun scramble there. So like I was saying, Mikey Labriola actually wrestled Caleb Romero in the Pittsburgh Classic. Labriola won that 3-1, I think.
Smith again in on a low shot. Again in a situation where ankles are wrapped up. Now Smith in a better position.
Labriola's just all over that ankle.
And that's been the defense here for Labriola right from the get-go on both of these low single shots. Is just hang on to an ankle and try and neutralize the side-to-side movement for Smith.
Yeah, Smith's going to have to finish quicker here. It's getting in pretty easily. Oh, and there's a low-level shot by Labriola, one of his own.
Now the scramble goes the other way. Can Smith fend off the offensive attack? Labriola with the far ankle. He's going to get the takedown. Labriola last year as a redshirt, 4th at the Midlands.
Very tough tournament.
Yes, indeed.
Just a minute left here in the first. Looks like Labriola's trying to sneak that boot in on the right side. Smith able to get out of bounds. We'll get a reset.
And you look at some of the wrestlers that Smith has suffered losses against, and he's got 7 on the year. The vast majority to ranked wrestlers, including Mark Hall last time out here at St. John. And that was a match that in the first period, you thought, this could be very interesting.
There's a cradle attempt by Labriola, but Smith able to fight out of it.
There's the danger there. If you don't get that, you're going to be hard-pressed to keep control.
Right.
So Smith did a really good job.
Kind of have to commit to it.
Once Mark Hall had that ride, though, in the second period, it seemed to take all the starch out of the socks of Smith.
Yeah. I thought Smith had that one takedown.
Yes, I think you're right.
Not to get into it. Another low-level attempt. A lot of low shots.
That's been the entirety of the offensive output here.
Smith on that ankle. Much more of a backpack position.
Yeah. He's got that ankle locked up in the crotch. It's going to be tough.
He's got to hold on
for
tight.
Labriola to get past.
Smith's just looking for a stalemate there. Let's go of the ankle. Might try to get a takedown of his own. Time's going to run out.
I don't mind that at all. I don't know if he knew exactly how much time was left, if he had snuck a peek at the clock.
Yeah.
But to do something like that, if it settles with a couple of seconds left, who knows, maybe you wind up with a takedown. But if not, worst case scenario, it's a scramble to the whistle and nothing bad happens.
Right, so we got Ethan Smith taken down to start the second. Very good first period so far.
And we've had nothing but excitement over the first 3 minutes here. Smith would love to get that quick escape and ensure there's no riding time.
Labriola definitely trying to build that riding time up. Just hits 40 seconds. Just takes a peek at the clock.
Well, you're starting to get to these weight classes where if you're down flat and you're wearing a man that size, you're burning a lot of carbs.
Yes, indeed. Gets up to his base. He's got to stay in his base. Can't get belly down.
Riding time now is up over a minute. Thought momentarily that Labriola was going to go for that cradle again. Did not commit to it after what happened last time.
Labriola riding tough. Manning telling him to drive. Smith trying to Granby coming out the back door. Labriola getting back points. He got two swipes. Wow. There it is.
Crowd here at St. John does not like it, but you could see the referee was right on it. As soon as the exposure happened, he started to count.
So I think the question there is, was it 6 inches from the mat? The back has to be at least less than 6 inches from the mat in order to be called.
Have not seen a challenge block come out, and Tom Ryan's not afraid to use it.
That's right. He actually got burned on it last time. Apparently it's a team point if you challenge too late.
Yes.
Didn't know that one.
Nor did I. Apparently, yeah, I don't know if there's a drop-dead time limit, but once you get back into the flow of a match, I guess if you haven't challenged by then.
Yeah.
So the riding time continues to build here up to almost closing in on 2 minutes. Smith
drops on an ankle. I think the ref got the 4 count.
Yeah, did not get that stall warning, and now ankle to ankle. This could be a stalemate situation. I'm not sure entirely why the referee was not counting there.
Yeah, it looked like he was still on the ankle. Smith, there's a reversal.
There's a reversal. Hasn't given it yet.
Boy, it looked like he did.
That should be a challenge. Tom Ryan's looking for the block right now, and he's going to throw it out there.
He's like, where is it? Yeah, there's just short time left, so yeah, that's definitely a good challenge. The ref looked like he was going to give it.
Yes. Yes. No, so we're gonna get a challenge here on the reversal. So it's either going to be 4-2 as we go to the third or 4-3, pending the outcome of the challenge here. And I'm with you. I thought
what's going on here?
That the referee was going to get right there. That's that challenge.
Okay, they're going to take a look at it.
I mean, just on that replay we saw, I got to think that call's going to be overturned. There was pressure on the hands.
Okay, so they are accepting the challenge. Get a second look at that.
Challenge rules seem to fluctuate maybe a little bit from time to time. So
ref to ref. All right, here we get it.
I'm not going to make any hard and fast proclamations about what the rules are.
So when you a little bit earlier than that, back when they were on top bottom.
Yeah, they're looking at it over at the head table. The replay that we saw certainly made it look like the reversal happened. But now the question is this. As the action continued, they went back to their feet. So how do they score it? Do they score it a reversal and then an escape? Because if that's the case...
Well, if they overturn it and
they have
give them the
reversal,
if they give them the reversal, they'll start top-bottom with, what, 7, 8 seconds?
It would be about 7 or 8 seconds.
All right, so here we are. Coming out the back door.
So it's not yet, but it'll come up on top right there. There's a hand on the mat.
And I think that is a no reaction time.
Yeah, there's not reaction time allowed there. And at that point, the leg is back and free from Labriola. But I believe before
that's close.
I believe before that, Smith had both legs with a hand on the mat. We'll see how it goes. It looks like they're talking with the Nebraska corner. Right here. Let's watch this again. Right there. Right there. He's got up on the waist. He still had the ankle. Hand was on the mat. To me, that looks like a reversal. But it is, as you said, so close.
They're going to confirm the call on the mat.
So that's where you get into the call on the mat. You've got to have enough evidence to overturn it.
Yeah.
And had they called it the other way, there probably would not have been enough evidence to turn it into no reversal. So we're going to have an optional start here.
Labriola gets choice taken down.
I thought there was. Yeah, there is. Here he comes. Smith with optional start. So now Smith in a 3-point hole. And riding time is at 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
I think we're going to see some low-level shots here. Going to go out on a limb.
Interesting call. There's an attempted one by Smith. A little shuck now. Labriola able to cut the corner, looking for the cradle.
Doesn't have it locked up yet. I think it.
Well, if he can hook that leg,
Can't
he'll
see
buy
his
himself
grip.
some time to work.
Looks like he is locked now.
Yeah,
Smith in a pretty good position, though.
Yeah, Smith broke the lock. He had his hip turned properly. But that's a big takedown right there.
Yeah, Smith's going to need a feet to back here. Down by essentially 5.
Yeah, riding time's locked.
Yeah, it is locked now.
1 minute remains in the third period. 1 minute.
Another low-level shot. Smith in danger of the danger zone.
Oh,
Smith gotta watch
this
that
could be
knee.
dangerous here for Smith and very, very good for Labriola. Boy, he almost had a situation where Smith was going to be caught across his shoulder blades. As it is, we're still in a scramble here, which we have been seemingly about 5 minutes of this match.
That was, again, a little premature, I think. I think they were still working through that, but regardless, we'll get a fresh start. 40 seconds left. Labriola would need 2 takedowns here to get the major.
Smith now looking for a takedown of his own. He's got it.
Nice re-attack.
So now essentially a 3-point match with riding time locked in. And now back to 4. Very little time left. Low-level singles aren't going to erase this deficit. Smith is going to need something big. Labriola has certainly earned this victory as the clock ticks down to the final 5 seconds.
So that'll be a 9-5 decision in favor of Labriola over Ethan Smith.
And how about this?